If you clicked on this video, chances are you're carrying something heavy, something you haven't told someone you love.
And maybe you found us because it's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep again. Or because you had that moment where you almost told them, but couldn't find the words.
Before we begin, find a comfortable place to settle in. This conversation moves a bit slowly and definitely intentionally, designed to give you space to reflect as we speak. We understand that these are sensitive matters and want to leave space to think and feel. We're going to talk about something that millions of people are struggling with right now: the weight of secrets in relationships.
And as we start, welcome to Quick Zen, where we explore emotional wellness for the modern mind. We share science-backed, simple practical tools for navigating life's most complex emotional challenges and cultivate mental strength and resilience.
This is the first part of a 3-part series about navigating one of the most difficult situations you can face in a relationship, having to confess something that could change everything.
Today we're talking about what's happening in your body and brain when you're carrying a secret. Next week, we will cover how to actually have the conversation. And the week after, what comes next.
Let's start here. You know that feeling when you're carrying something so heavy, and every day it gets a little bit heavier?
The secret that's slowly eating at you from the inside out.
Exactly. There's actual research showing that keeping significant secrets creates the same stress response in your body as physical trauma.
Your cortisol levels spike, your immune system starts breaking down. Your body literally knows you're living a lie.
Your nervous system is screaming at you to tell the truth, but your mind is terrified of the consequences. And please, hear us out. We are not sharing these symptoms to scare you or make you uncomfortable, but rather so that if they ring a bell, you pay attention at what they are telling you.
And here's what's really difficult. Across from you, the person that you may have betrayed, they can sense something's wrong. They might not know what, but they feel the distance.
In reality, the relationship is already being damaged by the secret, and people don't always acknowledge this to themselves, though that in itself can be rather difficult. The guilt, the fear of the unknown, the uncertainty.
Indeed. So let's talk about what's happening in your brain when you're carrying guilt versus shame, because understanding the difference changes a lot of things.
Guilt says, I did something bad. Shame says, I am something bad. And neurologically, they create completely different responses.
When you're stuck in shame, your brain goes into protective mode where confession feels impossible, like telling would literally destroy you.
But guilt actually motivates repair. Your conscience is trying to restore balance.
The research is clear, starting with Dr. James Pennebaker's groundbreaking 1986 study at UT Austin, and confirmed in dozens of studies since then. People who confess difficult truths have better physical and mental health outcomes than those who carry secrets long term.
But here's an important dimension to consider. Men and women often experience this burden differently.
This is true, though this is nuanced, and obviously everyone is different. I would say that for many men, the shame can feel like an identity attack, like, if I tell her this, she'll see who I really am, and she won't love that person.
Whereas many women often get trapped in the impact spiral. If I tell him, I'll destroy him. Destroy us. Destroy everything. There is that strong sense of shame, of responsibility. The impact is a little bit more external. Again, this depends on the person.
Realistically, both responses are protective, but they're also keeping people stuck.
So if you're listening to this and you're carrying something that's eating you up,
the weight you're feeling, the physical symptoms, the way you can't quite be present anymore, That's honestly not sustainable.
Secrets in relationships. They create emotional distance even when the other person doesn't know why. Whether in friendships or romantic relationships. It's easy to dismiss this as something obvious, but realistically, if you are listening to us today, are you sure there isn't something you haven't told someone in your life? Whether a friend, a romantic partner, or a family member, that secret is something that has left a mark somewhere, whether you are conscious of it or not.
He or she knows something's wrong. They can feel you pulling away, if that is what you have done. The connection is already being damaged.
So the question for you becomes, how do you prepare yourself emotionally for what could be one of the most difficult conversations of your life?
Don't forget that confessions without a bit of emotional preparation, well, that often goes very badly. Not always, but often enough that you should take the time needed to do it right.
Next week, we'll be walking through the actual framework for having this conversation, backed by research on disclosure and trauma-informed communication.
But for now, if you're carrying something heavy, know that your body's stress response is real. The physical symptoms are real. Take the time to do something about it, something that works for you.
And don't forget that you're not a terrible person for making a mistake. You're a human being trying to figure out how to make things right.
And maybe exploring the courage to face the truth, the beginning of healing.
All right, take care of yourself this week.
Cheers. Speak next week.